Hello, 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 my YouTube and Facebook friends. How are you? I am now setting up a live stream on TikTok. All right. Ooh. How are you guys doing? How was everything? I'm waiting for a few people to join. As you can see, you hear the roosters crowing in the background. That's because it is now what 6:30 a.m. here in the Maldives. Um, Today we're getting ready to leave this island. It's been amazing here. This has been like one of our favorite islands here. For sure, this has been one of our favorite islands. I've been walking around barefooted pretty much most of the time here. And I don't think I could say that for all islands. So that's a plus. I haven't done that in, I don't know, since my childhood days living in Belize. Did I ever walk around barefooted? How are you? Welcome, guys. So now people are joining also on TikTok. Again, I have two phones in front of me here. I am streaming on on YouTube and Facebook, and over here I'm streaming on Instagram. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this live stream. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Welcome, Suzanne. Welcome. Hey, Deborah. Usual suspects in the live stream. Yes, I'm just gonna wait for just a few more people to come in and kind of explain why we've been a little MIA just for 2 days. We were gone for 2 days, and I did say we were gonna be streaming live every single day. Let me make sure my audio is good. Is my audio good? Is my video good? Is everything good here? Give me an audio check. Thank you guys for joining again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, as the title suggests, we are leaving Fulidhoo today. Today is our, I'm not even gonna say it's our last day because it's now 6:31 in the morning here. And thank you, Susan. It's 6:31 in the morning here in the Maldives on the local island of Fulidhoo. And we're going to be leaving this island in about 3 hours. 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Yeah, by 11 we're leaving. We have to be at the harbor. So yeah, just a little over 3 hours we'll be leaving. I can hear you very well. Fantastic, Nadia. Thank you so much for your assistance there. So I guess I could get this live stream started. First of all, I want to say I apologize for not coming on. Let me just adjust this for not coming on live over the past few days. And I also want to thank you guys who reached out to us on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok asking us, are we okay? Is everything good? We don't see you in the live stream. We don't see you live streaming. And, is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. The reason being is because, as I mentioned before in various live streams, we're here at Luau in here in Fulidhoo, and we're working with this hotel. So they have a lot of things planned for us. Well, they had a lot of things planned for us because we did them over the past few days that we were here. So yesterday, day before yesterday, we went out. I told you guys we were going to go out swimming with sharks and stingrays, and it was nothing short of exceptional. We will be editing those videos and putting it on our YouTube channel, so you will see what that experience is like. Obviously, I can't take you guys live out there with me. I tried. Literally, I was on the boat out there, and Irina was like, oh, we're just about maybe 20 minutes offshore. See if you can go live. And I tried to go live. I was on 3G at the moment. I was on 3G, and it's just not enough to go live. So I wasn't able to. So, yeah, we've been doing a lot of things. Last night, yesterday, actually, we were jet skiing, we were fun tubing. We were with the stingrays right here on the beach, right here, literally on the beach. We had stingrays and nurse sharks around us. Again, all those videos will be up on our YouTube channel if you want to see what that experience is like. It was incredible, and again, that's one of the awesome things here on this island that provides all that for you. Besides that, the stay here at this hotel has been just incredible. The staff, the food, the hospitality, everything has just been spot on. And if you are thinking of traveling to the Maldives on a budget and you are coming to Fulidhoo, you definitely need to check out this place. It is just incredible. As you can see right now, currently, I'm on the roof deck. This is where we have breakfast every morning. This is where we have lunch every afternoon. And this is where we have dinner every evening. But last night, they did something special for us. They gave us a beach romantic dinner. It was so cool. We were just down there on the beach in front of the hotel. They groomed the sand. They put a giant heart in the center of the sand. They put our tables there. They brought out the food. It was just such an awesome experience. And this is the type of experience you get when you are like in private resorts. Like they do this for you, but they also do it here for a fraction of the cost here on local islands. So again, all that information is going to be on our YouTube channel because we were just filming everything and then we put it together, edit it, and then we put it on our YouTube channel. So for those of you on TikTok who are new here, my wife and I are full-time travelers and we have a YouTube channel. We're just short of 50,000 subscribers there. And we have a lot of useful content on our platform. It's called Living the Globe. The same thing it is here. It's called Living the Globe on YouTube. So be sure to head over and follow us if you want to support us. Moving forward, I want to talk a little bit on today for you in the United States. I'm also an American citizen, living here in the Maldives for 3 months. Basically just living the world because my wife and I are full-time travelers. But I do want to touch on 9/11 because I know it is not. It's still technically 9/11 in the States. I believe it is. I don't know, maybe 9, 10 o'clock, depending on what coast, East Coast or West Coast. Thank you so much for the support. And I wanted to talk about, you know, the importance of what happened and the significance of what happened and how unfortunate and sad what happened because I lost friends also in the Twin Towers in 9/11. And it was just such a crazy situation. And I want to tell my side of the story of what happened. And guys, please feel free if you have a story. I mean, I'm sure we all had a story, right? On 9/11, where were we? What happened? How did you react to it? And of course, not maybe living in New York, but living in other parts of the country, you know, it affects you in different ways. Maybe you have a lot of friends that live in New York and you were calling them to see if everything was okay because it was such a chaotic day. So I wanted to just take a moment, if possible, to tell you guys my side of the story on what happened during September 11th. And for those of you who may not know, when I was living in New York, when I was younger, I was, there's a giant like bumblebee around here. I was living in New York. I was a DJ. And I was kind of known as a celebrity DJ. I did a lot of major parties for a lot of celebrities, a lot of major nightclubs in New York City. And I was actually on September 11th, I was supposed to DJ an event for PJ Morgan. And I went downtown early that morning because I had to inspect this space. I had to do a site inspection. So I don't normally drive downtown in the mornings because I have no business down there. Actually, I'm leaving in the morning most of the time. I lived uptown Manhattan, which is around 200th Street, like way up upper Manhattan. And normally I finish DJing around sometimes 4 in the morning. By the time I get everything together, get out, it's already, the sun is coming up and during the summertime, and I'm actually driving back uptown to go home to finally get some sleep from a night of, DJing. And this time was a little bit different because I had to get to the site inspection really early in the morning. So I drove downtown with a friend of mine and I parked my vehicle just around the corner from the venue. And I walked into the venue And we were looking at the site. They were telling me where everything is going to be and getting the layout and map of the land. And I recall just before going into the venue, I looked up because people were looking, because the venue that they were doing the event was on, so there's 14th Street. It was like maybe 15 or 16th Street and 9th Avenue. So if anyone here from New York, you would kind of get the layout of what I'm talking about. On 9th Avenue, if you look south, you can see the World Trade Center clear as day. I mean, they're massive. So as we were going in, I saw smoke already billowing from the top of the tower. And I remember telling my friend, that's weird that there must be a fire in the building. Obviously, I didn't know a plane hit it or anything. So we walked in, I inspected the site, came out just a few minutes later, and then we started getting word. The word started spreading that the tower was hit by a plane. Initially, what I thought, I was like, well, maybe it's one of these little Cessna, these little small, planes that hold like 2 or 4 people. And then I got into my vehicle. Then I heard a second plane hit shortly after. That's when I knew something was wrong. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? Then the second thing that ran through my mind was the next building that's going to be hit is going to be Empire State Building, right? Because those are the tallest buildings at the time in New York. And I had the radio on, and I'm heading uptown now because I finished the site inspection, and I'm now heading uptown on the West Side Highway. As we're on the West Side Highway, all I heard and saw was emergency vehicles heading south. I'm going north. Emergency vehicles are on the other side of the highway going south towards the World Trade. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. This is crazy. So then panic started setting in. But again, I'm on my way uptown. Now, my mom actually worked on, I want to say she worked on 50 something street. I want to say like 56, 57th Street, something like that. And I'm trying to call my mom and I'm like, hey, do you know what's going on? Like, you have to be safe or whatever. And I didn't get any response, or the phones weren't working at the time. And now I'm hearing all these reports on the radio and I'm like, wow, things are getting crazy. I saw all types of emergency vehicle heading south, from ambulances to like military vehicles to fire engines. I mean, you name it, unmarked police vehicles just flying down the West Side Highway like at 100 miles per hour, just shooting downtown. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going on, but this is crazy that 2 towers got hit by an airplane. And of course, at that point, it still wasn't about terrorists, right? It's just like, what's going on? Because no one really had ever witnessed anything like this before. So I shut up town. I got home and I started right away. I turned on the TV and I started looking and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. I'm calling my mom. She's not answering. And it's just like, okay, this is just crazy right now. And eventually over time, my mom she heard what was happening and she had to walk because of all of the bridge crossings were closed. People were actually crossing the Brooklyn Bridge and the other bridge by foot because no one could get in and out of the city. It was just crazy. So you had to find your way back home. And everyone is calling their loved ones like, what's going on? I can't get in contact with this person. It was just such an awful situation. And when you don't know what's happening, but things are happening around you, like really in a chaotic manner, it is one of the worst feelings because we always want to know like what's going on, what's happening, why is this happening, who's responsible for this, are they going to be more? Because now we're waiting for more things to happen because it's just, how does something like this ever happen? So it was just a wild feeling for me. And it was so surreal. And as the days going on, and I'm not able to get in contact with my loved ones, I'm kind of like, geez. And then when my mom finally made it home, I was just like, okay, she's okay. Now reaching out to other people and then kind of understanding as time goes on what was happening. Then the reality of it set in. And now the focus then really became on the World Trade Center. And everyone was like, oh my goodness, the buildings are on fire, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, hey, KW, how are you? And then all of a sudden the buildings, after watching it on flames, just started collapsing, like one, then the second one. So then that was another like no one expected that. No one expected the buildings to collapse. Like we've seen buildings on fire all the time, especially high-rise buildings or what have you. But to actually, after watching this on TV, I'm now home. I know all my loved ones are safe, but I'm still trying to get information. And I'm here at home just watching the TV, and all of a sudden just seeing that building collapse. And then moments later, the second one collapsing. And then buildings around it started collapsing. It was just, it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. So that was my story. Of experiencing 9/11. And again, I'm sure you guys have stories as well. So if you want, if you care to share them in this live stream, whether you guys see it later on YouTube or what have you, please feel free, because again, everyone has a story. It was just such a wild situation. Thank you guys for joining on TikTok. Thank you. So back to here. Yes. So I'm in the Maldives, as you can see behind me. The water is absolutely beautiful. It is amazing here. We're now going to the next island at 11 o'clock, again, which is just in about 3 hours. And we're going to Fulidhoo. So Fulidhoo is located that way. And it's just about maybe, I want to say maybe half an hour, 40-minute ride, speedboat. And they are going to pick us up. So while we are in Fulidhoo, while we were here, there is a hotel that reached out to us. The name of the hotel is called Plumeria. And it's so funny. I just literally thought about this right now. For most of you guys on YouTube and Facebook, my wife and I have been living in Hawaii for 3 years. These words that I'm using are actually it's a big part of Hawaii. So for example, when we were coming to this island, we met someone in Mali that said they know an owner here on this island, Fulidhoo, and they have a hotel by the name of Luau. And Luau is a part of Hawaiian culture. It's like, it's engraved in it, right? So it's like, oh, wow, we're going to a hotel called Luau. That's so cool. Now we're leaving this island. While we were on this island, they reached out to us from Fulidhoo, and there's another hotel there by the name of Plumeria. Plumeria is a beautiful flower, and it can be found all over Hawaii. They come in so many different colors. They put it on leis. So a lei is when you go to Hawaii, they put it around your neck to welcome you, and it has a flower. It's a flower necklace, a fresh flower necklace. That's what a lei is. And a lot of times it's made with plumerias, because plumeria, they're scented so beautifully. And not only that, it's very colorful. So it's just funny that we're now here in the Maldives. We're at this hotel by the name of Luau, and the next hotel we're going to is Plumeria. Go figure, right? Is this coincidence or what is this? It's so crazy. So yeah, we are going to that hotel, and it's a beautiful hotel. Of course, we're going to show you what it looks like. Again, for those of you who are joining, if you're wondering why we were not live for the past 2 days, normally we go live twice. Morning, which is now, this is sunrise, and we come back on again during sunset. And again, it was because this hotel that we're staying in, they had a lot of activities planned for us. Again, we went out twice. One, we went to a shipwreck, and then we saw dolphins, and then we swam with sharks. Day before that, we went with sharks, and then we had stingrays. I mean, not stingrays, mantas. So swimming with mantas. And again, amazing experience. I have all the footage. It is just super incredible. And then, of course, we're filming things here. We're showing the different rooms for our YouTube channel, so you guys can see really what this hotel looks like, because obviously I can't do it all in a live stream. I try to show you guys the room in the live stream. The last couple lives we did, I started it in the room to show you what it looks like. We tell you the cost and everything else. And of course, I walk you around this beautiful island. But we're not done with this island yet. So basically what's going to happen, this is tentatively the plan. We're going to Fulidhoo next. Then we're going to another island, which I can't pronounce the name and I can't remember it right now. But we're going there for like a couple days. Then we're coming back here to Fulidhoo. There's a couple hotels that we weren't able to get access to the rooms because they were booked out. So now when we come back, we're going to be on this island probably for 2 to 3 nights. Then that gives us enough time to kind of link with these hotels and film their rooms. If you're wondering why we're filming the rooms for hotel, my wife and I are creating a Maldives on a budget travel guide. And basically in that travel guide, we film the rooms. We go into the rooms. We show you what the rooms look like. We tell you what the Wi-Fi speed is. We tell you how comfortable the bed is. We tell you if it comes with anything free, all the amenities. We give you a wealth of information just on the hotel and the room. We film the lobby of the room. We film the dining area in the room, so you know what you're getting into before you get into it. And that's just scraping the surface on what this travel guide is about per island. So we're gonna have a Fulidhoo travel guide. We already on our website, livingtheglobe.net, we have already created Guli Island. We already created Todu Island. We already created, I believe, Digura. I'm not sure if we finished that one yet. But we have around 3 travel guides currently on our website for the Maldives. And it's all about traveling to the Maldives on a budget. So we know as Americans, when you guys travel, you want to, the amount of money you spend. Well, when you come here to the Maldives, you're going to spend a fraction of that. And I say a fraction, I didn't say half, I said a fraction of that. Because here on local islands, the vibes are so cool. It's very inexpensive accommodation. So this hotel that we're in, we say it's affordable luxury, right? And the reason we say it's affordable luxury is because, again, as Americans, when we travel, we expect certain things. We expect certain standards for the amount that we're spending. Here in Luau, it is amazing, and they have all the facilities here for you. They have a bakery here for you. The dining area, which I'm in upstairs on the roof, like look at this view behind me. The staff is amazing. It's like everyone is there for you, and they want to make sure that you have the best stay. That's, as American, is our standards. That's what we want. When we go to a hotel and we're spending our money in your country, we want a good experience, right? So here, exceptional. And again, I know right now normally I walk you around. I show you around the hotel we're staying. I show you the beach. I show you what the island has to offer. I show you all that in our live stream. If you miss any of that, you can head over to our YouTube channel, and there's a category of live streams around this island and other islands that we have visited. So again, affordable luxury. These rooms are absolutely beautiful. You get seafront rooms, like literally our window is right below this. Our window that we're staying is right below this, and this is our view every morning. So it's really, really incredible here. The food is just, every time the chef is kind of right there in the kitchen. Every time we finish having dinner, lunch, breakfast, we're like, thank you, chef. Food was amazing. It's just great. So we're allowing you to understand that you can travel to the Maldives, and it doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. In a nutshell, that's what it's all about. I know many of you have heard about the Maldives before, and you know it's expensive, or you think it's expensive. Well, it is expensive if you do private resorts. But if you can afford to spend and go to a private resort, by all means, do it. We did it, and it's an amazing experience. If you guys really want to see what a private resort looks like, you do have an opportunity. So basically, we are here for 3 months. We're visiting over 30 islands, and we're taking you to all the islands live. If you guys want to see what a private island look like, because we're only supposed to do local islands on this specific trip, it's very simple. Head over to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is called Living the Globe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. My wife basically said, if we can get to 50,000 subscribers, we're going to go to a private island. It's that simple, and it doesn't cost you anything. So if you want to see what a private island looks like, and I'm telling you guys, there's some of you probably in this live stream right now who have been in, we were just in the Maldives 4 months ago, and now we're back again for 3 months. I was on a private island. We went to 3 private islands. We took you to those private islands and showed you what it looks like. We showed you the food we ate. We showed you the overwater bungalows, what they look like. We even took you on a tour on what was it? I think it was $100,000 a night overwater villa. Like, we show you, we get access to all these things. So if you want to know what it looks like, we got you covered. And it's all in our YouTube videos. And you could go to our YouTube channel and you could watch those videos, because that was actually last year when the first time we came to the Maldives. We came back again this year, 4 months ago. We stayed here 2 months. Now we're back again. So even that alone, most people are like, how do you afford to travel to the Maldives? Like, are you guys millionaires or whatever? No, we know, we have the knowledge. Knowledge is power. KW says, Devon and Irina live in the globe. Yes, daily. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So again, normally we're live. So guys, if you are joining us for the very first time here on TikTok, my wife and I, full-time travelers, we're in the Maldives, local island. We are going to teach you how to travel the Maldives on a budget. On a budget. Literally for two people, you can dine for about $20 here. $25. And that's on the high end. That's on the high end dinner here in the Maldives. Fresh caught fish, amazing. So we're going to give you all that information. So if this is something you want to know about, and I'm telling you, my friends, I've walked around this island. I've showed you guys stingrays right off the beach. Irina and I, my wife and I, were in the water yesterday, kneeling down right on the shoreline, and we were surrounded by about 15 massive stingrays and nurse sharks. Right on the water's edge, they came right up to us. We're going to show you all that on our YouTube channel. We wanted to go live at that time, but again, we're filming stuff. It's, it's always like, oh, do you go live or do you film stuff for your YouTube channel? So again, it's really difficult. But of course, when I go live here on TikTok, the moment I stop this live stream, it's like it never happened. So it doesn't archive the live stream. But on YouTube and on Facebook, when I stop the live stream, it stays there. So you can always go back and watch the replay. So that's always kind of like the thing between TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, or what have you. But again, you guys choose the platform you want. If you go to our YouTube channel right now, you will see I'm live. You guys are watching the same exact thing. The only difference is that TikTok is vertical, and on Facebook and YouTube, it is horizontal. So you're getting more space over to the edges here on YouTube and TikTok, as opposed to like this on TikTok. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys what I've been up to. Talk a little bit about September 11th and the horrors, the tragedy that happened then, and my story, and just kind of get you updated on kind of what is it that we're doing, why we haven't been live streaming for the past 2 days. Because again, we live stream every day, twice a day. Now it's a brand new day. The sun is rising to my right here. As you can see, that the right side of my face is lit, and it's getting hot already. It's really getting hot. The time right here, right now in the Maldives is 6:56. My wife is downstairs. She's packing because we have to be at the jetty by 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. So I'm going to show you guys kind of the view that I'm looking at, because I know behind me doesn't really do it justice. But I'm going to show you, yes, the Maldives is dreamy. It's a vacation that everyone should experience at least once in their life. I say this all the time, at least once in their life. And again, I know for some people that think they know the Maldives, there's like, it's way too expensive. There's no way I'm going to be able to come to the Maldives for vacation. No way. But yet, you're going to Mexico for vacation. You're going to Miami for vacation. You're going to the Bahamas for vacation. So you literally think in your mind that these places I just mentioned cost less than the Maldives. And they don't. They cost more than the Maldives. Going to Mexico on vacation is going to cost you more than coming and sitting in this chair right here where I am. Going to the Maldives will cost you less than going to Miami, than going to Hawaii. Again, we lived in Hawaii for 3 years, in Waikiki. We know how much it costs. We know how expensive food are. We have created over 300 videos on our YouTube channel, helpful videos about Hawaii. You never been to Hawaii? You want to know? You want to get the skinny on what is it to do? Which are the best beaches? What food you should eat? Where you should go to find the cheapest Hawaiian souvenirs? We've got all of that covered in our YouTube videos. So super informative stuff, over 300 videos. Every single one of them, you will learn something or learn a lot if you've never been there before. Same thing that we're creating here in the Maldives. How many hours of flight from New York is the Maldives? From New York, it literally took us about 22 hours. So we took a flight from JFK Airport via Etihad Airlines. It flew to Abu Dhabi, and from, I think, Abu Dhabi, we had a 4-hour layover, and then we flew into Maldives. Total flight time, 22 hours. That that you just asked is the deal breaker for Americans. That's what stops Americans from coming here. If you can get past that hump that says, oh, I'm not going to be in an airplane for that amount of time, that's way too long. That's the mentality of most Americans. I know this. Trust me. Because even getting people to come to Hawaii, when we were living in Hawaii, they were like, whoa, that's like 10, 12 hours. I'm not going to be on an airplane for 10, 12 hours. It's just the mentality of Americans. That's why Americans want to go to Miami, right? 2.5 hours from New York. That's why Americans want to go to Mexico. Oh, 3 hours or 4 hours, depending on where from Miami, where you live, right? That's why you probably want to go to Hawaii because it's just like 6 hours away and you're in paradise. So Americans don't like traveling for a long period of time. It's just a mentality. It's a mentality that you have. That's all it is. Because I've mentioned it before many times. When you travel from state to state, and even going to Mexico, obviously, which is a different country, the flights sometimes are not the greatest. They don't feed you. They hardly even give you water. So you don't want to be on that flight. The seats are uncomfortable. It's not really a good feeling when you have to fly and you have to sit in a crammed seat with little leg room. But when you travel abroad, like when you coming to the Maldives, we flew Etihad. Etihad is an amazing airline. We were sitting in economy. I'm 6'1". I had all the leg room I needed. That was never a complaint. One. Two, the seating, wide seating, much wider than a domestic flight, way wider. Second thing. Third thing, food. They fed us literally like 6 times. I lost count how many times they fed us. It's so cool. On that airline, they even give you these, the things that you put over your eyes when you want to sleep. They have a thing that they give you for free. You put it over your eyes when you want to take a nap. Obviously, it's a long flight. On the outside, it says, wake me, I'm hungry. So what that tells the flight attendant is that you basically want to eat. I'm going to fall asleep, but make sure you wake me because I'm hungry. And on the other side, when you flip it over, it says, let me sleep, which tells the flight attendant, okay, I don't want food. Even if you're bringing it around, don't wake me for anything. I'm good. But isn't that cool that they do something like that? That's brilliant. So again, the mindset of Americans for traveling, and for those of you obviously who've traveled overseas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even when you're traveling to Europe, like when we flew to Portugal and different places, the flights are long, but they're comfortable. And that's the issue we have as American, is that the flights are not comfortable. You always feel like you're battling with these airlines and the amount that you're spending and what you're getting. And you just have this mindset like, I gotta travel again, I gotta fly. It's not like that when you travel like internationally using other airlines. They have a different philosophy. So I want you guys to understand that. And that's what makes a difference. So now when you're traveling, you're in a more comfortable seat. You can relax. There are amenities that you're not going to get on a domestic flight, or if you're flying to Miami or whatever. Even Hawaiian Airlines, when we flew to Hawaii the first time, it was Hawaiian Airlines. Hawaiian Airlines is amazing. If it's too long for you, well, there's no direct flight here. So just put it that way. If you're coming from the US, there's no direct flight here. So you're going to have to do a stopover. And let's talk about stopovers for a second. I understand Americans and the mentality. We don't like stopovers. We just want to leave our country, get to our destination, one flight, that's it. I don't want to have to get out. I don't want all of a sudden my luggage gets lost. I don't want no complications. I want to make this as streamlined as possible. It's the mentality, right? So we don't like stopovers. We want to start our vacation right away. Right away, we want to literally take off, land, beach, drink in our hand, chilling. That's the mentality. But if you look at it on another side of the coin, when you're in a long transit, you do want to get off and you do want to stretch your legs and you want to walk and you just want to kind of just move around, more freely than being in an airplane. So actually layovers for us, and it's crazy because again, we're full-time travelers. For us, layovers are amazing. We love layovers as long as there's enough time. That's another thing I want to talk about when it comes to layovers. Can someone please explain this to me about layovers? if any of you have ever traveled overseas, why do airlines give you 1 hour to get from one flight to the next? This is overseas I'm talking about. Overseas. Why do they give you 1 hour to get from one terminal to the next terminal? That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. And I've only picked that up and figured it out since we've been traveling as full-time travelers. Most of the time, if you are leaving your country and there's any type of delays, you're sitting on the tarmac for even 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you already missed your connection flight because you had an hour. So because your city you're leaving from, there was a slight delay, nothing crazy, that will make you miss your flight. If anything happens at the other airport, you could miss your flight. If you did not know and you're not familiar with the airport you're going, you have to go from one terminal to the next. These international airports are massive. They're massive. Sometimes you have to take a bus to go from one terminal to the next. Sometimes you have to take a tram to go from one terminal to the next where your connecting flight is. You don't know that. So now you're like, okay, which way do I go? Who do I need to speak to figure out how do I get to my terminal? Oh, the terminals, I have to take a tram? Oh my gosh, where's the tram? And now your anxiety is like this. And the travel experience is not good. Now, my wife and I, when we travel, we always look at the connecting times. Minimum 2 hours. Minimum 2 hours. That's enough for you to make it to your gate stress-free. But for us, it's even more than that. We give ourselves sometimes 4 hours of connecting flights, right? Because we go into the lounges. We have the priority pass. So when we get to an airport, we want to get there as early as possible. We hang out. We go to the priority pass. We relax there and then make it to our gate. But we always know where our connecting gate is and how far it is from the priority area where we are just hanging out. Because if it's too far and we didn't calculate that, we're like, oh, we have an hour before boarding. Okay, let's go figure it out. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, you're in the wrong terminal. Now, again, the stress level goes up because we didn't calculate that from where we are, the terminal is really far. My wife and I went to Mexico on our return flight. Bad and very short layover in Dallas. And it was, yeah, like layovers are just, and again, if you don't travel much, these are things that you don't even calculate. And even if it happened to you where you had a bad experience in a connecting flight, you're like, oh, you chalk it up as, oh, that was just that one time. And you go on another flight and you're like, yo, it's happening again. So as it keeps happening, you realize I need to give myself more time when I'm choosing my flights because I don't know the airport. I don't know how big it is. I don't know how much I'm going to have to be traveling to go from one terminal to the next. So again, I get it. I totally understand all these things. But if you put your mindset in a different way, then you begin to understand how certain things work and you're able to more go with the flow. And I'm not saying it's the best way to go. Sometimes I wish I could just jump on a direct flight and get to where I need to get to. But do you also notice direct flights are more expensive? Because they know people want to get to where they need to get to as fast as possible. And they're like, oh, you want to get to destination B 2-3 hours earlier than you would? No problem. We'll just charge you 3-4 times more. And if you could afford it and you could do it, win-win for both of us. You get to your destination quickly, we get paid. We have a couple more comments here. A bomb threat on one of the planes. Everything was shut down. We barely made it to our plane. Wow. I mean, you in this day and age, when you're traveling, you just never know. You just never know. And you could take all the precautions, possible because you just, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. When are your travel guides coming out? Our travel guides so far, again, 3 of them are already out for the islands we visited 4 months ago. So when we came to the Maldives, we started the travel guide. Now we're back again to build on it and to extend it out. So if you go to livingtheglobe.net, not .com, livingtheglobe.net, you can actually see the travel guides we have and kind of look through them and see kind of what they're all about. but we'll be updating them. And most of you, I had a couple people ask me, they were like, well, why do you have your travel guide on your website? So every time I need to see the travel guide I purchased, I have to go to the website to access it. Um, well, the reason for that is because most people who create travel guides, right, they just put it on a PDF and you're able to download it. And I mentioned this before in several live streams. What happens is that PDF becomes outdated. The moment you bought it, it's outdated. The moment it was created by the author, it's outdated. Maybe they came to the Maldives a year ago, 2 years ago. Maybe they even came here 4 months ago. It's outdated. I showed you guys when we were on Mafushi. We were here 4 months ago. We came back to Mafushi for one day. New hotels are up already in 4 months that we weren't here. That's how quickly things build here in the Maldives. So we decided to put it on our website because we're able to manage it. And when new hotels appear, gets built, we could always say, oh, there's a new hotel. Here's the schematics of that hotel. Here's what that hotel offers. And you will always be up to date on what's going on when you come to the Maldives. Because I know if any of you purchase our travel guide, it's not like you're flying out to the Maldives within the next week, right? More than likely, you have people who already reached out to me and say, hey, I'm looking to travel to the Maldives in 2026. I'd like to purchase your travel guide, blah, blah, blah. So again, that's next year, 2 years from now. So to keep it up to date, we put it on our website. That way we can always refresh it. We can always keep it up to par. And you're not buying outdated stuff, because by the time from the day you bought it till the day you travel to the Maldives, you get there, you're like, whoa, this place looks different than when Irene and Devon showed it to me in the travel guide. There are way more hotels. Oh, they didn't tell us about this hotel. This hotel looks really nice. It's because you bought something that I created maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it was good then and it was relevant then. It's not relevant now, but through the fact that it's on the website, it can always be updated, always be updated. So that was a major reason why we didn't just put together a PDF, sell you the PDF, let you download it, and then you run away with it. It doesn't make any sense for you, at least. Let's see what you're saying. But you and wifey can organize the trip, right? Gina, good question. So we do understand, no matter, again, we've been doing this for so long. We've been putting information on our YouTube channel for so long about so many destinations we've been while we've traveled the world. And I know there's never enough questions you can answer. People have all different types of needs, all different types of questions they want to ask that just was not addressed. So what we did on our website, livingtheglobe.net, there is an app in the contact section. There's an app called MOTI. That app is basically something that you download on your phone, and that allows us for you to connect with us no matter where we are in the world. No matter, we can be in West Bubble, wherever. And if you're heading to the Maldives, you purchased our travel guide and you're like, hey, I have a question, I'm traveling with a family, or, I have this specific question, a specific need. And I was wondering, do they offer that in the Maldives? You can always reach out to us with the MOTI app, and we could do a FaceTime if you choose to. We can do just a regular call if we want to. And it's all scheduled. It's all professional. It's amazing. And basically all you do is pay a tiny fee per minute to communicate with us. And it's under $1 to talk to us for a minute. So if you need additional help, you have additional questions, you can always just reach out to us from the website. Just click on the MOTI app. It downloads there. You set up what date you want to talk to us, whatever's convenient for you, whatever time. You set it up on the calendar in the app. It's simple. It's 1, 2, 3 steps. And you hit go. I agree to it, or my wife and I agree to it. We meet together and we talk about whatever it is you have questions about. You could stay as long as you want on the phone call, or you could keep it at under a minute if you choose to. It's all up to you, depending on the questions and the concerns you have. So we even implemented that in it because we understand Maldives can be complicated, my friends. Don't try coming here if you have not done your research. I'm telling you, it's going to make it not the best experience. You need all your ducks aligned when you're coming here. You need to know how to transfer on these boats you see behind us. These speedboats, you need to know how to get around. You need to know local ferry. Again, my wife and I paid $1.20 to island hop. $1.20 because we took local ferry. Most people don't even know local ferry exists when they come here to the Maldives. Most people don't even know local islands exist in the Maldives. Most people don't even know Maldives exist, period. So, again, what does that tell you? The lack of information is out there. And that's why my wife and I decided to create Maldives on a Budget travel guide. This is something that we never would have wanted to do. Like, this is a lot of work, my friends. Let me tell you, many times you guys see me, you see this background, and it's all beautiful and it's all beach and palm trees. Yeah, it's beautiful. But my wife and I, we're working, like, we're literally going to all these hotels. And what makes our travel guide different than anything you probably have ever seen is the fact that we do video tours. We take you inside these hotels and show you the room. You tell me, again, I challenge anyone, what website, whether it's Agoda, whether it's booking.com, whether it's Google, you show me a website where someone is taking you around the room, showing you where all the outlets are, showing you if they have a safe deposit box, showing you if they have a refrigerator, showing you if it has an AC, showing you if it has a ceiling fan, telling you the Wi-Fi speed, not if they have Wi-Fi, everywhere has Wi-Fi, but what's the Wi-Fi speed? We've done a room test right in the room, and we tell you how strong the Wi-Fi speed is. This is the extent of information that my wife and I has been going through for the past 4 months since we started this travel guide. This is the information we're giving to you because, again, we understand the mentality of American travelers. We expect certain things to be certain way when we travel. So we try to give you that information that we know you are looking for, not just what we think is good for us. We're full-time travelers. We're in a different bracket than you are. You're coming on vacation. When you come here, you're going to be laying out on that beach all day, every day. That's what you're going to be doing. Us, on the other hand, no, we're running around this island, going to every single hotel. So this island has about, they said this island has about 16 hotels, if I'm not mistaken, and it has about 8 restaurants on this island. We have gone to every hotel on this island except for 2, and we're coming back to get those 2. Right? So that means we're going to have every hotel on this island covered. Now, you'll see in our walking tour of this island, because we do a complete walking tour, you're going to know what this island looked like before you even step foot on here. Where you're going to see buildings are being constructed, which means those are hotels being built. The moment we leave the Maldives, hotels are already being constructed, right? So again, that's why I say another reason why we decided to put our travel guide on the website is because we're able to control, and we can say, oh, a new hotel is up. We have to get their information to include it in our travel guide, and it stays up to date. It doesn't fall behind. It's not a one thing and that set it and forget it type of thing. It's not, because these islands are growing so much, but they're amazing. They're beautiful. I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm just gonna give you kind of like a 180 view on my surrounding areas right now. Again, I've taken you on tours of this hotel. I showed you what it looks like. What time is it right now? The phone is so hard to see because of the glare. Okay, it's 7:17. Yeah, we have to get going because I have to pack. I still have all my gear and stuff. Which island is next for your destination? We're going to Fulidhoo next, and it's just about maybe half an hour to 40 minutes away from here in speedboat. They're gonna pick us up via speedboat, and we're gonna head to that island. And then in the evening time, I'm gonna come back. In the evening, it's gonna be morning for you guys. So I'll be live again in the morning, and I'm gonna be showing you around the next island. I heard it's really beautiful. So let me show you what this area looks like, just in case you haven't seen it before. Let me kind of just close this up here. Give me a second, guys. Might get a little shaky. Let me flip the camera here. So hard to see with the sun. Sun just washes out the phone. Okay. Flip camera. All right, here we go. Let me do the same for YouTube. People are here. They're having dinner. They're looking at me as if I'm crazy. All right, let me flip the camera. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, it's so hard because I have cameras in 2 hands. Wait a minute. Let me do this the right way. Give me a second. I'm just going to turn this camera here. And let me flip the camera here on. Sorry about this. Settings, camera. You guys see I'm already sweating, right? Front camera. Let's go to back camera. All right, we're good there. All right. All right, TikTok. I was just setting up the camera for YouTube. Okay. So as you can see here, like this is the roof deck for the hotel I'm in. Oh, come on. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm trying to control this camera here. Okay, so as you can see, it's sunrise. And look how beautiful this is. So this is where we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner every morning. They have their own bakery downstairs in this hotel. Like they bake their own pastries and their own breads. It's amazing here. And remember, I use the term affordable luxury. Look at this. And I'm sorry right now if I can't read any of your comments because my screen is completely washed out right now because of the sun. But look at this. Look at the 50 shades of blue. And it's overcast right now. You see the clouds in the sky? It's a little cloudy. But look how beautiful that water is. There are roosters down there. So that brown hut that you see there, that is their sports facility area. To the left and to the right of that hut, they have like the jet skis, the paddles, this stand-up paddles, the kayaks. So you get access as a guest to all that stuff. Do you see that trampoline out there? Yeah, you can go out there and bounce on that trampoline and have some fun also. The water's super shallow. It goes all the way out. Absolutely beautiful. So the island we're going to be going to next is in this direction over here. I know it's hard for you to see because of the sun. But look at that water. It's like glass. Look how calm it is. Now, obviously, it's not always like that. It depends if it's windy or not. But look, the palm trees are not even moving. So beautiful. And again, this restaurant, depending on how many people are occupying it. So over the past 2 days, they did a buffet. So over there towards the back end, they will have all the different equipment out so you can eat through a buffet. And they have stuff, if you're wondering what type of stuff they do have continental breakfast and they have Maldivian breakfast. So the continental breakfast, you can get anything like French toast, pancakes. Some of them give you waffles. They give you toast with jam, butter. You get fruits. You get watermelon, papaya, pineapple, cantaloupe, bananas. What else you get? You get sausages. You get eggs. You could get the eggs the way you want it. It's just so many different things. You just being here, don't think that because you're here, obviously, I don't eat the local food or I don't know what I might eat or I have dietary restrictions. There's a lot of places on these local islands that do vegetarian. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. And again, this is all information that we give you. We go through every single restaurant on the island. We scan their menus. So you will see what is available for you to eat and if it fits your dietary needs before you even come here. You tell me the only other way I feel you could get information as in-depth as what we're giving it to you in our travel guide is if you spoke to a travel agent. That's the only way. So you will tell your travel agent, okay, I want to come to the Maldives and I have, I'm vegan or I'm vegetarian or I'm pescatarian or, I'm plant-based. I saw this island. I heard it's really nice. Do they have any restaurant that will support my needs? Then she has to go online. She has to contact the restaurants or she has to try to figure out, can they accommodate your needs as far as what you eat? And then she'll get back to you or he'll get back to you and say, yeah, well, this island, they don't have any type of vegetarian restaurants. And then that'll cancel it out for you. We've even gone that far because we understand Americans have dietary restrictions. So even that, we've calculated in the whole travel guide. When it comes to you coming to these islands, many of you ask, well, what do you do when you're on an island like this? It's just surrounded by water. It took me 23 minutes to walk around this island. 23 minutes, I walked completely around in a circle. From end to end, 23 minutes. That's how small it is. So people are like, well, what do I do if I'm on this island for like a week? Well, first of all, you shouldn't be on no local island for a week. You should not be on no local island for a week. You should literally visit multiple islands so you can get the most out of your vacation. We highly suggest that. If you're on one island for a week, then that it should be a personal choice, but it shouldn't be something that it's like, oh, I just didn't know better. You should go to different islands because they're all different. And people ask, so what do you do? Well, if you're into diving, if you're into snorkeling, any type of water sport, you just like relaxing, going out on a canoe or on a stand-up paddle or any type of things like that. We've gone to all the shops on the island. We got all their information. We got all their prices, everything. And then on top of that, if that wasn't good enough, we even got you discounts. So we are working with these local hotels. We're working with these local shops. We have souvenir shops that we've walked into, and we just have conversation with the locals here because they're just so nice. And they're like, yeah, if you send anybody to us, we're going to give them a discount at my shop. So we have discounts for you guys, whether it's on accommodation or it's on a tour. We're getting discounts for you. So number one, you're saving on time because now you don't have to go searching the internet for information that you don't know is accurate. You know it's accurate with us because we're here. As we like to say, we're sandals on the beach, not boots on the ground. We're here. We're doing it for you and we're showing you. We're here and we're collecting all this information. So you know it's information that's true. So we're saving you a crap load of time for you to do the research or for you to even have to pay a travel agent. You don't have to pay a travel agent because best believe that travel agent is getting paid. Like you're not giving that travel agent money directly, is not exchanging money in their hands. But when they book you that vacation, you don't think they put something on top? That's how they make their living. It's a business. But we just don't think about it in that sense because you're not technically giving them money. They're just saying, okay, you want to come to Fulidhoo? It's going to cost you based on what you want in the hotel you chose and everything else. It's going to cost you X amount. They already put their cut in it. They already jacked up the price. And not only that, through a travel agent, these hotels have a thing called travel agent rate. So if they know you're a travel agent, then they give you a travel agent rate as a discount. Well, that's the rate that we are literally passing on to you. They're giving us, my wife and I, travel agency rates. And they say, oh, they get confused because they're like, wait, you guys are not travel agent? We're like, no, we're not travel agent. We're creating a travel guide. But we want the travel agent rate because we want to just pass it on to the people who purchase our guide because we like giving you value. So we're giving you travel agency rate without putting the travel agency upsell on it because they have to make money. That's how they make their living. They're on the computer getting you all this information. Well, we're here in the Maldives and we're getting you all the information. So we're putting in the groundwork here for you. And then we just pass it on to you so you can make the most informative way of getting here. You will know everything about this island before you step foot in it. Not just our live stream. And this live stream content, again, will be in the travel guide as well. You will get all the resources you can think of. And of course, we're here vlogging for our YouTube channel. So when I do a walking tour of this island, that's going to be included in the travel guide too. There's going to be a link for additional resources. You want to know what the entire island looks like before you come here? Watch our walking tour. All that information is power. All that information will be available to you through our travel guide. So again, it's like a no-brainer. We're saving you money on time doing research. We're saving you money so you don't have to spend extra using a travel agent. And we're giving you discounts on top of that. Not only that, we're telling you the cheapest way for you to travel. So you're saving money there again. So you're saving money multiple ways when just purchasing our travel guide. And for us, it's about you guys coming here. Like that means the world to us. When we get a message, someone bought our travel guide, we're like, yes, someone is coming here. They're interested in coming here and they're going to use our information to get here. So again, we're building it out. We're going to be here for 30. We're going to be here for 3 months in the Maldives to over 30 islands. And we're taking you along with us. Live stream. So you're going to see the islands. You know, we're not, I'm not flyby where I'm like, oh yeah, we've been in the Maldives and, and I haven't showed you anything. You're seeing it right here live. So that's why it's important for us to be live with you as well, because we know you guys have questions. We know you guys, probably some of you never heard of the Maldives before. But after you see these waters and you see how beautiful the island life is here, and you realize just how affordable it is, you're going to put this on your map. Many people we already spoke to said, I didn't know the Maldives was this affordable. I thought the Maldives were thousands of dollars. I get it, because I did too. When my wife and I got married here in the Maldives last year, I told you guys we spend what is it, $1,300 per night. $1,300 per night. We stayed for an overwater bungalow, and we stayed on that island for 10 nights. But that was our wedding. But we thought we would never be able to come back to the Maldives because we don't have that type of money to spend on a regular. We don't got it like that. But here, we're here on our own dime. And yes, I told you before, we're very transparent. There are times we're live streaming, we're on YouTube, we're on all the platforms, and the Maldivians, they see us and they say, yo, I really like what the messaging you have for the local islands and how you're bringing awareness to the local islands and the local businesses. And we want to support you. We would like to invite you to our home for dinner. We would like to invite you to our hotel to stay a few nighs, because they know that we're giving value. We didn't know we were going to stay in this hotel for free. I told you, we're staying in this hotel for free. We're staying here for free. When it's free, we tell you it's free. When it's paid, we tell you it's paid, and we tell you how much we're paying. We're totally transparent and honest. There's no reason, again, for us to lie. There's no reason for us to sugarcoat anything. We tell you as it is. And sometimes when we go into these rooms and we're giving you room tours, not all rooms are created equal. Not all of them are amazing. Some of them are budget. Some of them you're spending $30 a night. And you could say, well, what do you expect for $30 a night? But here you could expect a fair amount for $30 a night. Sometimes you go into these hotels, the bed is firm. You go into another hotel, the bed is soft. But we know that's important for people. Sleep is important for people. Like for us, it is. But for some, I'm not going to walk into a room and I'm going to say, just because I'm filming for our travel guide, I'm going to say, oh, every room, the bed is so amazing and it's so beautiful and it's so soft, because I like soft bed. There are people with back problems. They're like, I can't do soft beds. I need a firm bed. So if we're not giving you the right information, we're not allowing you to make the right decisions. So if I walk into a room and I'm showing you the room and I'm giving you a room tour, and I show you how the mattress is, and I'm like, oh, this mattress is soft. And you're like, oh, okay, I love that hotel. I'm going to book that hotel, because Irene and Devon told me also the bed is soft, which is perfect. And then when you get there, the bed is hard. And you're like, I can't, this is too firm for me. We all have different specifications and different needs. Some people need a firm mattress. Some people like a soft mattress. So the way it is the way we tell you. Again, we don't sugarcoat, because then that could lead to miscommunication. I have back problems. Irene and Devon told me that the bed was firm. I got here, the bed is soft, or vice versa, right? So we're not doing that. We're honest, and we're going to tell you exactly what it is, because different people have different needs. All right, guys. I've been yapping for too long already, so I'm going to be, sorry, I'm taking off my shades. I'm going to be, I'd sleep on the floor just to be there. Listen, many people, listen, a lot of backpackers come to the Maldives. I challenge you, go on YouTube, type in Maldives on a budget. Look at the amount of backpackers you see that come to these places, because you can get a hotel as little as $20 a night, $20 a night. And best believe that comes with breakfast. Best believe that room is going to have air conditioning or a ceiling fan. Not even they all have air conditioning. From the $20 hotels here to the $150 hotels here, they have air conditioning. So again, it's just the knowledge of knowing, and we're here to give you all that information. We're going to take you to the next island with us. We're leaving in just about 3 hours. And then we're going to live stream again. So please, if you're interested in stuff like this, Follow us. We're going to show you a different world that you may not have known to be existed, or we're going to give you information that you did not even know was out there. We're going to give you, we know Americans love to vacation. That's 100%. There's no denying that. But I know Americans that go to the same place every year, and it's the same old boring places. And I mentioned it before. You think you're going to Mexico and you think you're getting a deal? Yeah, okay, think again, my friends. Mexico is no longer affordable like that. Mexico is expensive. Mexico is expensive. Whether you're going to Tulum, you're going to Playa del Carmen. We stayed in Playa del Carmen for 3 months. Prices have gone up crazy. Like, they're charging what they charge in the US. Mexico, they're bugging. They're bugging. But they know they do it because Americans keep going there. So they can afford to raise their prices because they know Americans will pay it. You're no longer paying Mexico prices. I guarantee you, speak to someone who's been to Mexico maybe 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, and ask them, how much did this cost and how much did that cost? And see how much the price is now. Mexico is raising their prices through the roof. Tulum, forget about it. You're spending thousands of dollars to go to Tulum, and their water ain't even that great. Let's be honest. And you got to make sure you go at the right time that you don't get seaweed. You ain't gonna get no seaweed here. I'm in the Maldives right now. I'm on a local island called Fulidhoo. Thank you so much for the follow. And this is how beautiful it is here. We show you guys all the time. I walk down on the beach with you guys during sunrise, during sunset. I show you stingrays. I show you nurse sharks. I've even showed you mantas right off the jetty on these islands. Like, where else can you see that? You have to pay for that. You have to take a tour to go see that. I don't have to take a tour. I can stay right here on this island and I can see it. You just have to know which island to go to see what you want to see. And that's important too when it comes to the Maldives. They have over 1,200 islands, my friends. You need to know how to navigate these islands. It's super important. And that's all in our travel guide. We've break it down till it can't be broken down anymore. Put it that way. And we tell you the most affordable way to travel. Again, $1.60, my friends. $1.60 to take a ferry to go from island to island to island. You want to get there faster? Take one of these speedboats that you're seeing out there in the ocean. $45, depending on where you're going. And it'll get you to the island fast if it's all about speed. So again, you just need to know, you need the information. That's what you need. Because once you get the information, you can make a decision very easily. You'll know it's in your budget very easily. And again, I will challenge any one of you. Show me a trip to Mexico. Show me a trip to Miami. Come with me to the price. Tell me what you're going to get for that amount of money. And I will beat that hands down any day coming here to the Maldives. That's my challenge to you. I'll be waiting in the next live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm going to leave you with that thought. I will see you in the next one and from the next island. Bye.